Hello, all you wonderful beings of light and truth seekers. Welcome to my channel, Four Circles Healing Tarot. I'm Joe Sadler, and this is going to be your weekend reading for the 16th and 17th of August 2020, Saturday and Sunday. And what I'm going to do is going to put two cards here for Saturday, two cards here for Sunday, and then I'll pull an oracle card from the Quantum Oracle deck to get the overall energy, and I'll also go through the numbers for the numerological side of things, the numerology side of things. Let's keep it simple. So it's a cooler day here in Rugby. I don't know what it's like where you are. We've had a bit of a heat wave, and it's yesterday was a bit of a thunderstorm here, and it's cooled things down. It's still warm inside the building. I've had to close the windows because I face onto like a very busy road, and if I kept the windows open, you'd be inundated with sirens from the police and ambulance and fire engines and all that go past it, because they go to the hospitals like this direction, if you like, and then the police have to go around this way, and it's like a one-way system kind of thing, where they all have to go down this route to get to other places in Rugby. Yeah, so quite often we get a lot of traffic anyway, because it's a main artery, main route into town and through town. So close my windows. That means it gets warm in here as well. So, but I've got a fan, so I'm all right. But I'm not putting it on because it can be a bit noisy. Okay, so I'm asking the cards then, what do we need to know for Saturday and Sunday, 16th and 17th of August 2020. So two cards for Saturday first of all, please. Okay, and then two cards for Sunday, please. Alright, let's have a look to see what we have here. We have got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, and we see this young man dressed in like forest green and brown. He's at a pathway where, you know, a path is forking off to the left and right, and there's two pillars there representing the wands, and that's like a portal. And he can choose. He's got three ways to choose here, hasn't he? He can go left and skirt round that woodland to the left, or he can go right and, you know, wander off into that path that goes off into the distance. You can see there. So he can go this path and he ends up here, or you can go this path and it goes all the way into the distance, or you could go straight through into the unknown, straight through the portal into the unknown. And we've got several animals, sort of like, you've got a couple of deer here watching him, seeing which way he's going to choose. So this is like a choice day. Let's get this back into focus for you. I found it. This is left, but on there it says right. So this is right, but on there it says left. So it's a little bit confusing at times. So I'm still getting used to it. So which way is he going to go? He's got a choice to make, and you can see the sky here. It's like a fiery kind of reddish orange. It's just like a warm glow, really. Then there's a few birds there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5 birds? And that's freedom, and that's indicating that he should perhaps take this path, because he's got the freedom there, and he's got the rock there. Looks like, a bit like the same colour as Ayers Rock in Australia. Yeah, and it's going round. So just have a closer look at that. It's still going into the forest or woodland. It's not skirting round it. It's not going straight through. So you can go into the unknown and see what awaits him there, or you can skirt round and go on to that rock, towards that rock, and that's indicated by the 5 birds, which could lead then to freedom. Now we can see the green here, which is like a grounded energy. It's a rich, vibrant energy. The forest looks very healthy. So which way should he go? So he's obviously a forest person, with the green and brown. It could be a ranger of some kind, and these paths are well trodden. You can see that both paths are well trodden. Perhaps he could create a new path by going straight through the portal to new beginnings. The two is also relationships. This is perhaps a relationship with himself, in the sense of he's got to decide which way to go. But we then have the other card for the Saturday is the Three of Swords. And normally this is associated with heartbreak and things like that. You can understand why. You've got this lovely big red heart here being pierced by three swords. You know? But then you've got the sun symbol right in the center of it. You know? And this also, for me, is a decision card, because the three swords actually triangulate to form a triangle. So it's like different perspectives. So which way, you know, are you going to choose on this day? You've got the sky at the back. You've got, it's like a white grey, so there's white patches and there's grey patches, so it's in between, like purity and or it's getting that way. It's a little bit of stormy looking weather, sort of reddish sort of weather up there. So this is to do with thoughts, you know, thinking. So it's to do with the choosing here as well, in the sense of, you know, which way shall I go today? What should I just follow the norm? Should I just follow the two paths, one of the two paths, left or right? Or is there perhaps a third way through, straight through, you know, that leads to a new beginning? It's different perspectives. It's three choices in that sense. You know, you could say it's three choices, you know. And with the red here, that indicates a fiery kind of passion as well. So something perhaps you're passionate about, and you've got the red heart, so it comes from the heart. So perhaps you're being torn in three directions, or maybe three areas which are crying out for your attention on Saturday. The three is also a new beginning. Okay, it's also movement, it's communication as well, it's movement, it's moving forward or moving backward, it depends how you look at it. It's different perspectives. So the choice that you make today can help you to move forward. But it may not be immediate change. It may be something more that's a bit long term, but more in the future. We'll have a look then for Sunday, and we have here the Four of Swords. And here we see this knight or someone in armour lying on this bed. Three swords on the blue pennant at the back, and one sword near his hands, ready to go. You know, so he's resting, recharging his batteries, hoping for a good result. But if you look at the three swords at the back, you know, that could come from that. Perhaps he's worrying about those three swords coming down. But at the same time, those fears, that fear, that doubt is a little bit unfounded, because if you look at the wall behind him, I mean, that pennant's pretty secure on that. Those swords appear to be quite secure on the blue pennant. And blue for me means calmness. A calmness of thoughts. So that's a secure wall he's got there behind him, so he feels safe. And his thoughts are obviously around whatever passion it is, whatever is firing him up at the moment. So he's got the red there for his pillow, he's got the red hair and so on. So he's recharging his batteries, I feel, just ready to go into action and maybe to start something new. So this is more about the thoughts, and, you know, the decision that you make on Saturday carries on into Sunday. You know, you've perhaps made that decision, or on the verge of making that decision. You're just waiting for maybe one final sign before you make that definite decision on what to do, on which path to take, some into the unknown, or take the more used paths left and right, one which leads to like the mountain, where you could forge a new life there, or the other goes off into the distance, you know, perhaps to a known destination, or straight through the forest into an unknown destination and create something new. The final card for Sunday is the Six of Swords, and that indicates movement. You're moving on. It's a journey, perhaps across water, or perhaps it's because water is also emotions, so perhaps it's an emotional journey. You've made that decision. You know where you're going to go now. By the end of Sunday, you'll realize which direction you'll be going in. And the Six of Swords can also, the swords in the boat could also mean that you're taking your talents and skills with you. You're going off to a new destination, and you're quite calm by it. You're all blue. There's a lot of blue. Calm and serene. You're focused, and you've got the full moon behind you, which is full moon energy. And that's a sign of purity, pure thoughts, clear thoughts. And you've got tinged with white on the blue robe, especially around the head. That indicates clear thoughts. Around the arms, around the sleeves, that could be clear action. Thoughts and action going together, mixing together. And you've got this nice little froggy down the bottom here. There you go. Just watching on, totally unperturbed, as you glide silently past. So this could also be something that you've not made really public yet. You're keeping it in the dark, so to speak, until you reach your destination, and then you'll come out, so to speak. So what does it all mean? This could well be like a new venture, adventure. It could be a new relationship, because 1 and 2 is a relationship. And if you go in the old ways, like you normally do with a relationship, it could lead to heartache. Okay? But if you take a different path, it could lead to something new. It's a new perspective. So 3, as I said, is a new beginning. And 3 and 2 is 5, which gives you freedom. So the overall energy number-wise of Saturday is 5, which is freedom. So it's freedom of thoughts, freedom of action. Freedom is also movement. It also indicates movement. It also indicates a crossroads kind of situation. And that's where you are at the moment, kind of a crossroads. Do you go straight on over the island, or do you go round the roundabout? You got a 5 up there as well, you see. So 5 birds, free flying birds. It's also freedom, and they are actually flying towards this area here. So that's a good indication. But you're not quite there yet. You've had the thoughts, but you're not quite there yet. You haven't made a decision. On Sunday that decision comes, because you have these 2 cards here. You're waiting for that message, if you like, to come through. You're ready to take action. You're ready to move. You're ready to move on, whether it's into a new relationship, a new career opportunity, business venture, whatever it happens to be, a new area of your life. You're ready to make the move. You've decided, yes, I'm going to go through here, but you're waiting to find out how that's going to work out. You need maybe some more information. You need to perhaps do some research, if especially like it's a new career or a new business venture. Is somebody else doing the same as me, or do I need to change something? How can I stand out, kind of situation? Or is this person that I'm interested in really the one for me? And also you can do research on social media and stuff these days, get an idea of how a person is, can't you, from their posts and so on, whether they hide behind a furry animal in a profile pic, or are they confident enough to show their face, what kind of political views they have, and how they react to governmental decisions, and all kinds of things you can find out. I mean, a lot of employers use Facebook and social media to vet their prospective new employees. That's why it always pays to be careful what you put on social media. That's just a little aside there. All right, a little tip from Buddha. Okay, so then on Sunday, by the end of Sunday, you'll have that decision. You'll know that you're ready to move on, and it may mean moving away from the area that you live in currently. Like I said, it could be a journey across water. I mean, that could be as simple as being crossing a river. Working perhaps in the next village or the next town, cross a river, or it could be moving into a different country. Because this could be a long journey, quite a long journey. It could be a short journey, but it could also be a journey of emotions. You're crossing over that river of emotions. You've made your decision that you want, and you're moving now. You're taking the action. You've woken up and you're taking the action. You're taking your thoughts, your skills, your experiences, your talents with you to cross over and start something new. So maybe if I use the oracle cards now, I'll find out. I can't shuffle the book, can I? Find out a card, please, to find out, give a clearer indication of what the overall energy for the weekend of 16th and 17th of August 2020 is all about. Oh, I've got two. I've pulled two. Okay, so we have got new supportive connections. So that could tie in here. Okay, so that could well be either a new romantic relationship, or a new person or persons, a new group, or a couple of people coming into your life helping you with this. However, you have also got dark thoughts, and that basically all that means is you have some doubts, you have some fears, maybe some trust issues. That could also be as well, because you're uncertain, you don't know these people. They could well be complete strangers, someone that you haven't met before. Perhaps they've reached out to you online, perhaps you're doing something online, they're asking maybe for a collaboration, and if you accept that, what they offer seems to be very true and creative. You can see these two are artists, one being taught by the other perhaps, or being evaluated by the other. So this could be in the creative field. Are you perhaps creating something? Perhaps you're doing something social media wise, or perhaps you're an arty person or a crafts person, that you make something that maybe you sell online, or maybe you do that as a hobby and you're looking to do that perhaps as full time. Because the way we're living at the moment with all the pandemic and so on, many people are looking at the careers they have and deciding, you know what, I don't really want this anymore. And they've started during the furlough time, they've started maybe building up another business part-time, and that's then moved into full-time. So they're looking to move ahead, and maybe you are one of these people, that have done that, or one of these ones that have done that, and fair play to you for doing that. I've certainly changed. I've gone into tarot reading now, as a result of what's happened over the last few months, and this is built on what I've done in the past with playing cards, and I've done like card readings for quite a while, either for myself or for others, and it started many years ago, and I've used runes and all kinds of things in the past. So this is, for me, what I'm doing now is a culmination of all that. So perhaps you're in the same kind of situation, but there are still some doubts and dark thoughts, negative thoughts. Perhaps you've been in this kind of situation before, and those neggy toms, doubty toms are coming up and saying, no, you can't do this, you haven't got the skills, you won't be anything, you know what you were told when you were a kid, you'll never amount to anything, you won't be a success, blah 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 blah. Forget all them. You're going to get the help you need, and that might be divine help, but whatever help it is, it's going to overtake those neggy thoughts, and you'll be going on that journey. Okay, so great weekend. At first outset, it looks like there could be something not quite right, but all that is perhaps some of your own fears and doubts coming to the surface. And if you're like me, a Scorpio, you know how to handle these dark thoughts. You just face them face on or head on, and tell them where to go. in maybe some flowery language. Okay, you know, it can be scary to have those thoughts, but you're going on a journey. You know, people are coming into your life to help you. This could be, like I said, physical. You know, you're going on a physical journey. It could be an emotional journey. But either way, you know, you've got people coming into your life to help you out, to get rid of those dark thoughts. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And this will be, just as an announcement, this will be the last of the daily readings I'm going to be doing. I've been doing daily readings all week and so on, and for some time on Instagram. So if you're watching this on Instagram, let you know as well. As of Monday, yes, I've done the weekly reading for next week. That's up and ready on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. And I'll be changing things around a little bit. I've got to change around my Patreon side of things. I was simplifying that. I was getting too complicated with that because Patreon's very new for me. I'm also changing the way I'm doing things. I won't be doing normal daily and weekly and monthly readings anymore. I'm not going to announce exactly what it is I'm going to be doing because I'm still working on it, and well, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm going to be doing. However, I'm not quite ready to announce it just yet. I will do in due course, so watch out for this. But it's going to be totally different, and it'll still involve all the cards, the normal tarot cards, oracle cards, numerology, and everything like that. What I've been doing, but it's just going to be different, a different way of doing things. And the main reason for that is it's the purple pig in the crowd, you know, or the pink pig or pink cow, whatever. You know, it's a way to stand out. Because there is a lot of very, very good tarot readers, astrologers and so on YouTube and elsewhere, Patreon and elsewhere. And it's very difficult to stand out. Yes, you can have a mega super duper thumbnail, but you know, unless people are actually clicking on it and so on, it's not really worth it. You know, so I'm trying something new. I've come up with an idea. I've been guided to go this route, and that's the route I'm going to be taking, and you'll find out about it in due course. Oh, the mystery, woo! Well, you'll just have to be just like this guy and wait and find out. Coming soon, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch and listen today. I would say, no, don't go to Patreon. I'm not going to put the link in the bottom in the description because I'm changing things around there. And it's going to be a reboot, basically. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to reboot my tarot reading and things. Even though, yes, you might say, well, you've only just started. Yes, but you know, I've been trying some things, and I'm not expecting instant results, obviously. However, you know, in my heart, I just feel wasn't quite right. But it's given me the practice. It's helped me to practice. You know, so I'm going to be trying something new, and you'll find out. Possibly next week, towards midweek, towards the end of the week, and certainly by the middle of the week, you'll certainly find something new coming up on this channel. So keep an eye out for it. All right, I'll announce it obviously on my other social media platforms as well. So once again, thank you for listening, guys, and thank you for watching. And I just wish you an absolutely fantastic weekend. And until next time, namaste.